see. Let's see if I can find what I'm looking for expeditiously. I get agitated with myself when I do stuff like this. I'm used to, I normally do my, let's see, this is what I need. What's this, number 8? Download. Nope. Current page. Need it as a PNG. So I normally do TikTok on my large iPad, and I'm doing it on a smaller iPad today, and Instagram is on the large one. And so I forgot that a lot of my little files and stuff, I don't have them over here on this one. And I'm just like, oh snap. Okay. I'm like, snappity snap. Okay, let's see. Copy. Save image. Let's see. Did it show up inside of here? And it say it saved it as a photo. Let's see. Let's see. Are y'all tapping the screen? Y'all not tapping the screen and sharing the live. Boop. Okay, there we go. We got what we need out here in these streets. We got what we need out here in these streets. Tap the screen, share the live, tap the screen, share the live, tap the screen, share the live. You said iCloud should be default storage. You can avoid that in the future. No, I'm not saving my stuff in the iCloud. Let me tell y'all this. Even though I'm streaming on an iPad and I have a full-size iPad and an iPad mini, I don't fool with Apple like that. I literally just have like my one Apple device because of my job, right? What I do in media, business development, social media training, strategy, apps. And so literally there's always some stuff that Apple devices can do that Androids can't, and vice versa, okay? I'm a Samsung girl, and it's not a storage thing. I literally just needed to download the transparency that I wanted for over here in TikTok. See, on Instagram, if I put it up, it's not going to be a transparency. But on TikTok, they'll let me do it as a transparency, which is beautiful. So see, now if I put the image over here, now on TikTok, this full image right now that I have up, it's like literally on top of me. So I still can do a full screen. Over here, it changes it down into a photo, right? And then it pushes me up in the corner. So yeah. I mean, I appreciate the unsolicited advice that I didn't ask for, but I know you were giving it out of a good place. And that's for everybody in here. Side note, your life will be a lot easier. You'll make more friends. You'll have more access to people if you don't give unsolicited advice, right? And what's really strange though about people that give unsolicited advice is when people come and ask them for advice, then they're like, I'm not sure what I would do. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm like, you have nothing to say whenever people ask you for advice, but y'all love giving advice when no one has asked for it. It's a very, very strange thing. You can't hear. If y'all can hear me in TikTok, give me the number 1. If y'all can hear me in TikTok, give me the number 1. If you can hear me in TikTok, give me the number 1. Give me the number 1. Give me the number 1 if you can hear me in TikTok. Okay, I see some ones popping up. Thank you. Y'all can add BBBP cakes or anybody that says that they can't hear and just tell them to exit the stream and come back in. All right, y'all, tap the screen. We're only at 1,000 likes. Y'all don't make me do this today because I will end the stream. I don't care. I mean, I care enough to get on and put together the content and the plans to be able to help people make their money. But at the same time, if I feel like I got to struggle and stress to get people to share the live and tap the screen when it's free, and I'm not asking for money the way other content creators do, at this point, I'm just going to end the streams. I don't care anymore. I don't. I don't. You said y'all are glitching. Do I need to restart it? Do I need to restart TikTok? It's the same thing. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Like, And I know some of you guys are feeling some type of way about like how direct I've been about stuff lately. I don't care because we are in a state of emergency. We're in a state of you need to do something immediately. And we're in a state of you need to help yourself. And we're also in a state of you need to build community. And I don't want to waste my time because I promise there's a bunch of other stuff I can be doing. I always have things that need to be done. There's always work, there's always ads, there's always client accounts, there's always follow-up emails, there's always contracts for me. I could be working out. I have a beautiful home. It's lovely, it's large. There's always something that needs to be clean. There's always meal prep. When I say I always have something else I can be doing, I always have something else I can be doing. So literally, you know what I'm saying? Literally, if y'all are gonna come in here and y'all are not gonna tap the screens and share the lives, because I've told y'all know that because of the type of content that I put out, like speaking truth to power, right? Telling not only speaking truth to power, breaking down how you're going to win in this political climate, breaking down things that you can do to make money, telling a lot of stuff that they just don't want you to know. If I was open, whenever I post BS, the BS blows up. It goes huge. It goes all over the place. When we get in and we're about serious stuff, it doesn't. I get shadow banned. So the one thing that I ask you guys to do in exchange for me getting on and giving these free lessons is for you to tap the screens and share the lives. Okay. So, and it should not be just one person that's sharing, because that's something else. Let's talk about this real quick before we get into training today. Before we get into this lunch and learn, a lot of y'all are too comfortable riding in other people's wagons. A lot of y'all are too comfortable watching other people do all of the work and you're not participating and doing your part. And what I mean by that is I just saw, let me scroll back up. Who was that? And she shared, let your shirt talk. Thank you. Let your shirt talk. Let your share talk just shared like 30 times. Okay. So some of y'all are like, oh, well, this person is sharing and that person is sharing. I'm not going to share. No, do your part and you share with 2 or 3 of your biz besties too. That's how this works. If everybody does their part, we can all get to where we want to be a lot faster in life, right? If you look at the Target boycott, because all of us haven't decided to boycott, but there's enough of us that are doing it, to the fact that Target has lost $15.7 billion since they came out with all the DEI hubbub and we were like, we're not going to shop there. Now imagine what would happen if all of us were like, we're not going to shop there for a year. McDonald's came out with their reporting a few days ago. They are in a slump. They have the lowest revenue they've had in 5 years, and they're freaking out. And they have come out and said they know it's specifically tied to the boycotts. Okay. So long story long, if all of us do our part, okay, we're able to affect change quicker. We're able to accomplish results. We're able to get to where we would like to be and able to get what we want. Okay. So, yep, Nike too. So long story long. Okay, we're stronger in numbers. And some of you guys get so comfortable using people. Some of y'all get so comfortable, you know what I mean, taking advantage of people. Some of y'all get so comfortable with your hand out and coming to get your portion, but you didn't do the work. That's not okay. We're not having that over here in the kingdom. Blink, blink, blink. We're not having that over here in the kingdom. Blink, blink, blink. If you're going to be here, you're going to do your part. You're going to be an active participant, okay, in your own salvation. You're going to be an active participant in the community. We only want people here. Okay, we only want people here in the kingdom that are actual cycle breakers. We only want people here that are true leaders. We only want people here that are true worker bees. We only want people here that are truly going to be consistent. That's all. If you don't fit into that category, I'm telling you right now, I don't want you here. Leave. You go somewhere else. Okay. And it's not a lot of labor to tap a screen and share a goddamn live. Okay. It doesn't cost you a thing. Now, y'all all know if I was in here on BS, or if I was out here cussing somebody out or acting like a maniac, or if I was on the screen twerking, my numbers would be going through the roof. Okay, like let's stop with the shenanigans. All right, now let's go ahead and get to it. 3 rules if you've never been here before. Rule number 1: if it's your first time, don't let it be your last time. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe wherever you're watching me at. Okay, so that means y'all on YouTube. I don't see any likes. I don't see any thumbs up. Give me some thumbs up if you're watching me on YouTube. I see y'all's eyeballs in the room, but I don't see any thumbs up. Go ahead and handle that. Okay. Also, Okay, my rule number 2, if I say something and you don't know what that thing is, you don't know what that thing means, if it's a concept, a theory, terminology, a word, doesn't matter. If you do not know, you ask. You ask, just okay, type it, pop it up. Also, at the end of sessions, I always do a Q&A, and I try and answer as many questions as possible, okay? So y'all ask the question. No one's going to make fun of you. You don't have to pretend like you know things, right, to fit in here. This is not this type of environment. The reason I get on and I teach these things is because most of you guys don't have thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars to hire a coach. You don't have tens of thousands of dollars to go to these special retreats. You don't have tens of thousands of dollars to go to a business school or a marketing school or a sales school. Honestly, if you're in sales classes and marketing schools, I've been told from other people inside of those programs, my curriculum is much more thorough and they're behind. Okay. So this is why I get on here and I teach for free. Literally things that other people charge thousands of dollars for. I get on here and I teach them for free every Wednesday. This is Wealth Wednesday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. So if I say something and you're like, I don't know what that means, speak up. Okay, speak up. No one's going to make fun of you for that here. Some of you guys, it's your first time. You can ask your questions. Don't be like, oh, this is a dumb question, or oh, this is stupid, or feel embarrassed because you feel like everybody else knows what's going on. I'm telling you this. If you don't know, I guarantee there's somebody else that doesn't know either. Okay, ask and I will answer. Okay, so don't sit in here and not get what you need because you're too ashamed to open your mouth or work your little fingertips. All right. Third rule that we have inside of here. Okay. Third rule that we have in here, you have to share. Okay. You have to share the live. That's how you pay your tuition in here. It's how you pay for your course. You share and you tap that screen. I expect at least 1,000 taps on my screen from everybody that's in here on every platform. Why do we do that? That helps me show up on the FYP page so we can have more people that come into our community and they're able to build up their income, build their businesses, have better sales, build up their confidence, right? And get educated with get educated on action steps that they can take to actually change their financial position, like literally in a day. And I'm not being dramatic. Okay. So that's how it works over here. So tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell a pimp, tell a player, tell a heifer, tell a hustler, tell somebody your upline, tell somebody your downline, tell somebody on your team, tell somebody with a dream. Long story long, tell somebody about your girl. And if you're scared, tell the reverend. Okay. Blink, blink. All right. Those are the rules. Now I need everybody to say, hey, God, hey, because that's who gave me the gifts of business, beautification, and hospitality. I've been able to use my gifts to make a crap load of money for myself. Okay. Yes, I have made millions and millions and millions and millions through social media. Okay. I also, hey Tammy, have a traditional brick and mortar business as well. I made my first million through my event design and production company. So I'm very qualified to talk about business and I'm very qualified to talk about social media business. Ava, thank you for my money gun. Thank you, Love Muffin. Yes. And if y'all want to be an overachiever, be like Ava, you can send me my money gun to help me hit my live goal. And if you're on Instagram, you can send a badge. Okay. But I have done over $1 million. Well, I've done over $10 million with digital products. I've done over $10 million in consulting. I've done over $10 million in event design and production. I've done over $10 million in hard physical products. Okay. So when it comes to business, I mean, ain't nobody ain't nobody better. Okay. I'm a TEDx speaker. I am a double Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award recipient. I am also a doctor. Blink, blink, blink. Okay. You can call me what you want to as long as you call me something nice. I'll answer. I've been on a bunch of different publications like Forbes, Entrepreneur, Fortune. I am a Google partner, Business Insider, Yahoo, a bunch of stuff. Long story long, you can go look me up and see that I'm legit. I'm not some random person that got on the internet and I'm trying to hustle you by saying I'm a guru. And if you're in here, if I've helped you make money, go ahead, drop the money bags, the dollar signs, the credit card emojis, the euro, the yen, the dinero, all of that good stuff. I'm very, 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 very proud that God has allowed me to participate in so many people's success, over 11,000 companies. Almost 900 of my clients, individual, regular people like y'all, have hit six figures under my tutelage. I have a year-long mentorship called Instacorn Academy. And so that's where the majority of those six-figure earners come from. But if you can't afford Instacoin Academy, baby, go click the link in my bio, because I have a 3-day workshop that's coming up this weekend that's only $47. Okay. Should be $497. We're going to be working together Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right. I also took how to make sales when you're shy and marked it all the way down to $10. So I don't want to hear nobody talking about I can't afford to run my business. You're a dirty lie. All right. I have 181 clients that have done $1 million in underneath a year. And I'm on the verge of having 6 clients that have made over $10 million a year, 3 consecutive years in a row. So I'm really, really proud of that. Lisa, thank you for my money gun, baby dolls. So with that being said, y'all know what I want to see. Ready, 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 ready. Let me see it roll through those comments. Tammy, thank you for my money gun. Kindred Spirit, thank you for my badge, my love. Okay. Hey, Nikki, what's going on, love? So today we're going to be talking about how you actually make sales when you're shy. I am everything next. Thank you for my money gun. Okay, and the reason we're going to be talking about this is because a lot of you guys have expressed to me that you have anxiety when it comes to, selling and offering things. Some of you guys have created products. Some of you guys have created services. Some of you guys have actual brick and mortar businesses that people need to walk into. Hey, who just sent me that? Liana, thank you for my money gun. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Thank you. And you're getting stress and anxiety. Okay. So this is something that we're going to be talking about the rest of the month. Okay. Before we get into the actual sales side, like the conversion to get someone to download your podcast or to pull out their credit card and actually buy something, there's something that needs to happen before that. Okay. We need reach. More specifically, we need strategic reach. Everybody in the comments put reach, 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 put reach in the chat. 36, thank you for my badge, my love. Put reach in the chat, reach in the chat, reach in the chat, reach in the chat, reach, 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 reach. Okay. You're not going to sell anything if you have no one to sell it to. Thank you for my money gun, Danielle. Thank you, baby doll. You're not going to sell anything if you don't have anyone to sell it to. You're not going to sell anything if you don't have anyone to sell it to. One of the biggest mistakes that I see being made with small business owners, side hustlers, entrepreneurs, content creators, this is all of y'all across the board. Y'all think that things have to be perfect before you start putting yourself out there, and you don't understand that literally taking people on the journey and people seeing you evolve, people seeing you get better, people seeing you put things together, people seeing you figure things out, builds up your audience. It helps you start the process of developing a relationship with them. And whenever you do have your offer, that's how you're going to sell out. Okay. Now, some of you guys already have offers that are already established and you're not making any sales. And the reality of the situation is every time you make a post on social media, if you have a product or service, you should be making a sale. Every time you send a text message, you should be making a sale. Every time you send an email, you should be making a sale. Every time you post a story, you should be making a sale. And that is not cap. And literally, I've been in that space for I don't know how many years, over a decade at this point. Yes, every time I post on social media, I make money. Every time I go live, I make money. Every time I send an email, I make money. Every time I send a text, I make money. Even when I'm not doing those things and my content is circulating, I'm still making money. Okay, because I understand the concept of strategic reach. So before, I know some of y'all just want me to tell you what to do to convert. You're not going to convert because you don't have the audience. Okay, so we're going to start with the strategic reach first, which is how we start the process of building up the audience. I hope that makes sense. And then not tomorrow, next Wednesday is probably where we'll talk about the methodology of actually converting someone over. Does that make sense to everyone? Is everybody picking up what I'm putting down? Miss Camille, thank you for the badge. Okay, so one of the things that I talked to you guys about a few weeks ago, was everybody in here when I talked about your content pillars and your content buckets? Was everybody in here when I talked about your content buckets and when I talked about the actual breakdown of a community that brings you cash, a cash compounding community? If you were not in here, oh, I'm getting a lot of no's. Okay, I got quite a few yeses, but I'm getting a few no's. Okay, hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Let me pop up a visual aid. Everybody that's giving me a yes, don't leave. Just give me like 5 minutes to run through this with everybody. Okay. And then we'll get into we'll go through the content pillars, and then we'll talk about how you develop more engagement, because I've even had to fight back from being shadow banned. Okay, baby. So I know y'all are like, I can't get the engagement. Yes, you can. So even if you don't have a product or a service to sell, but you're a content creator and you want to actually get paid, from from the social media platform, you still need strategic reach too. Okay. So this is going to help you. Give me a second, y'all. I need to make sure I got everybody. I got the same thing on all of the screens. Hold on. Ooh, do I have it over here on this one? I should have it. I may not, because it's the mini iPad. No, I have it because I shared it on Instagram through this. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me search through my little decks. Boom. Okay. Everybody should be able to see the same thing now, wherever you're watching me at. All right. So what you're looking at, this little graph, the one to the left, this is called the money multiplier. Okay. Everybody put money, say money, 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 money in the chat. Money, 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 money. Now, our goal is for whatever money comes in, we want to figure out how we multiply this money. Now, if y'all remember last week, I was telling you guys how you should have 3 variations of whatever your offer is, right? Even if you only sell one thing, then we're going to bundle it, right? So that there's a low, a mid, and a high. So that way people, when they're doing their comparison shop, they're not comparing us to our competitors. They're not comparing us to other people in the market. They're just doing comparisons based on the actual products and services and whatever our offers are. Okay. Now, so we're going to backtrack a little bit. Now, when you are trying to get to a 6-figure earner, or you're trying to be a 7-figure earner, or you're trying to be an 8-figure earner. Okay. And let's be honest, at this point in the whole United States of America, okay, in America, baby, inflation is high. Okay. Now that they're turning around and put these tariffs on people, and it's high. Okay. They're continuing to lay people off. Okay. It's going to make things high. They're saying, hey, they're sending a lot of our undocumented workers out of the country. Okay. It's going to make things higher. That means you need more money. Okay. So even living outside of a metropolitan area, realistically, you need a 6-figure household. And that doesn't mean that each individual person needs to make 6 figures, but if it's you and a spouse combined, you guys should be trying to get to somewhere around 6 figures. And that's just to have a decent quality of life. This is not living a lavish lifestyle where you're going to be on private jets, and going to Louis Vuitton shows. Okay. This is literally just you being able to, pay your bills, have money to invest, have some money to save, maybe go on 3-4 vacations a year. I know some people like 3 or 4 vacations is a lot. It's really not. That's only like 1 a quarter, right? So right, this is you being able to, if you need new tires, it doesn't send you into a financial emergency. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So in order to get here, we have to be smart. We're not going to trade our time for our money. Okay. We're not going to trade time for money. I know some of y'all like, girl, what? When you wake up every day and you go punch the 9 to 5 clock and somebody says, I'm paying you $30 an hour, $100 an hour, $500 an hour, you're still trading time for money, because you're only getting money based on your labor that you're putting in. We have to figure out, how can I operate at a 1 to a few, AKA meaning I did 1 hour of work, but instead of a 1 for 1, now maybe it reaches 1 to 10 or 1 to 8. Okay. This is how we get to the point where we become very, very profitable. Okay. And I want y'all to really think about this. Any multi-million-dollar company, multi-billion-dollar company, even any content creator that you see on a platform and they're making even $5,000, $10,000 a month from that app. Think about it. There's one person that created that content, and many people saw it. Many people viewed, many people engaged. If I walk into a Costco, right? This is why there are Costco's all over the United States. They're able to be profitable because they have that one store, right? And that one store is servicing many people. If you're a person that sells digital products, or you have books, okay, or you're an author or something like that, Your goal, if I do, instead of me selling one book to one person, I need to figure out a way that I can get many people to buy that book, right? So a lot of you guys that are in here in my stream, many of you already went and clicked the link in my bio and you bought the product that I put on sale for $10. So when I live stream, I am participating in a one to many or a one to few. Does this make sense? Everybody picking up what I'm putting down? Blink, blink, blink. When I first started live streaming, it was one to a few. And then as I continue to be consistent in my live streaming and building on my platform, I went to a one to many. So that's how I got to the point where I was able to make millions of dollars through social media. So what you have to figure out in your life, whether you're a content creator, whether you have a podcast, whether you have an actual product or service, you have to figure out, how can I stop being one for one? How can I figure out, with my 1 hour of labor, it gets me the results for a few hours of labor? Does that make sense? Make sense? And then if you're already at the one to few, meaning you're already in the 6-figure club, well, now we have to figure out, how do we get one to many? Okay. This is a base level concept. It does not matter what you do. You're not going to see a multitude of funds coming in until you can figure out conceptually, how can I exchange one to few or one to many? 1 hour of labor has to give me the results of a few hours of labor. Okay. 1 hour of labor has to give me the result of many hours of labor. Okay. Everybody got it? Everybody got it? Now, when we move to the right side of this little deck, y'all see it says community equals cash compounder. Community equals cash compounder. Community equals cash compounder. It seems like the rest of the world is just catching up. I've been speaking and teaching about building communities in order to be profitable through digital channels and social media, like literally for at least 8 or 9 years. And now I'm just starting to hear other people like catch on. Okay. Now this is the thing. Listen to me and listen to your big cuz Ashley Ann real well. Your community doesn't have to be large. Blink, blink, blink. Your community doesn't have to be large. Blink, blink, blink. Your community doesn't have to be large, but it needs to be specific. Okay? You need to be servicing a specific group of people. Everybody picking up what I'm putting down? You don't have to have millions of followers, hundreds of thousands of followers. You don't have to have, 10,000 people in your membership in order for you to make money. You don't have to have that. Okay. But it needs to be a specific group of people that we are reaching. So when we look at a community that's going to operate as a cash compounder for her, you're going to follow the 3 R's. Your goal is reach. Your goal is resources. You're providing resources to those people, and your goal is to get those people results. Okay. Reach, you want to reach as many of these specific types of people as possible. You want to be able to provide resources for them that get them results. Reach, resource, results. Reach, resource, results. Reach, resource, results. Reach, resource, results. So how do we reach people? There's a multitude of ways that we can reach people. So that's what we're going to be talking about today for the rest of the session. This first portion, okay? How do we reach people? And more specifically, there has to be a very specific group of people that we're trying to reach. We're not here to just reach any old body, because any old body is not going to be your customer or your client. So if you're taking notes, what I want you to do is write down the parameters of who you would like to reach, okay? There's some standards, okay, that these people have to meet. There's some qualifications. First of all, whoever you're reaching, they have to find value in whatever it is that you offer. And the reason I'm saying offer, some of y'all offer commentary. Some of y'all offer a safe space. That's intangible, okay? Some of you guys are consultants. Some of you guys actually have like a physical product, like, okay, for instance, here's my, hold on, let me close it, baby, because I don't need y'all in my business, okay? Because I be using my own success planner, okay? It's right in here. You don't need to know what I'm doing, okay? But this is my success planner. This is a physical product for me, okay? So for me, my goal is, instead of me selling these one-to-one, meeting a person and telling you about the planner and walking you through it and letting you see it and blah, 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 and only selling one planner every time I have to have a conversation with one person. No, I want to sell a few of these planners, or I want to sell many of these planners at a time. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? Everybody picking up what I'm putting down? Everybody picking up what I'm putting down right now? So your offer, if you're a person and you create community, you create fun, you create a space, that's still an offer, okay? If you're a motivational speaker or something and you got to get booked to be on stages, that's your offer. If you have a podcast and you need people to download and listen so you can get brand and sponsorship money, that's your offer. If you're like me and you have physical products, this is my offer, right? If you're a coach or a consultant, you're a service provider, you do waxes, you do events, you're a realtor, okay? That's your offer. So that's why I'm saying offer, because a lot of you guys do different things. You have a restaurant or a food truck, okay? And you create meals and plates for people. That's your offer. It makes sense? Everybody picking up what I'm putting down right now? Everybody picking up what I'm putting down, okay? So literally, okay, our goal, when whatever your offer is, whatever you want to offer into these social media streets, your thing is like, now who am I reaching? And it has to be the first qualification. It has to be someone that's going to find value in this. It has to be someone that's going to think that this, right, that this is awesome, that this is for me. Whatever the offer is, who's going to find it valuable? That is the very first question. And y'all will be amazed that whenever people come to me and they're working with me with one-to-one, or they're working with me in a small group, and I ask them, who is your product for? They, you know what most people tell me? I'm not joking. 95% of people say, oh, it's for everyone. No, it's not. Use a dirty lie. And you're going to be broke if you keep thinking that your products and services are for everyone. They're not. Everyone don't want it. Everyone's not interested. Everyone can't afford it. Everyone doesn't like you. Okay. Everyone's not out here looking and seeking what it is. So when you sell to everyone, you're selling to no one. Okay. So first question, who is going to find value in my offer? And I want you to get very specific. How old are these people? Give me like a 10-year age range. Okay. How old are they? Where do they live? Some of you guys have offers that are based on geographic locations. Okay. If you sell fur boots and fur coats, you're probably not going to be in tropical climates, right? Because they're not wearing furs. Okay. So, right. If you talk about, you know, how to get the biggest tax refund here in the States, well, you're probably not looking for international clients, because a lot of international clients probably are not dealing with our tax code here in the United States. Y'all see, is this making sense? So when y'all like everyone, my first company is an event design and production company, okay? More specifically, I do luxury events. Well, people get married every day, but that doesn't mean that they're a good client for me. If you're not spending at least 20 bands on your event, don't call me. Blink, blink, blink. And that's on the design side, right? We're creating new packages because I see what's happening in the economy. So we're gonna have like a lux for less type of thing. It's gonna be branded under a whole different umbrella, a whole different name and everything. It can't be a part of my Events by Ashley Ann, because everybody, and we worked hard, that everybody knows Events by Ashley Ann is top tier luxury. You go over there because you got Mognon, okay? So how old are these people? What's their gender? What's their geographic location? What is the price point of your offer? Because if you can't be out here, you said you work with any budget, baby. I don't. People that be out here, I work with any budget, be out here, be in and out of business in 18 months. You're going to learn real quick. You have to have a minimum, because for some jobs, for some offers, there's a minimum amount of work, supplies, tools, resources, and money that have already been into it. And so you have to at least be trying to break even. Okay, look, I'm just keeping it a bug. People know, everybody know. Don't call me talking about I got $500 for a baby shower. What can you do, baby? Pray. You better hang up with me and call the Lord. That's what you better do. That's what you better. I can't do it. I ain't got nothing for you. Nothing for you. It costs more than us. It costs more than that for me to get the truck and the men in the warehouse to come and load it up with your supplies. Nothing for you, baby, but call the Lord. Okay. But see, when I first got into business, I thought I was supposed to be servicing everybody, and you don't. You don't. That's not what you do. So how much is my offer, and who can afford my offer? Okay, who can afford it? Who's going to find value in it or think it's useful? Okay, how old are they? Where do they live? Some of y'all have things, it transcends geographical locations, and so that's okay. Especially if you have like digital products and stuff, you may not need, the geographical location, but a lot of y'all geographics, okay, geology is going to be a real thing for you with what it is that you offer. Is your product gender based? Is your offer gender based? Bleep, bleep, bleep. Okay. If you sell period cups, right? You're probably looking for women because men don't menstruate, right? That's an example of a product that's gender based. Does this make sense? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? There are some things that are going to be gender. If you're selling beard oil, okay, that's something that's for men, that's gender specific. Now, there may be women that you may say, oh, I'm looking for women that purchase hygiene and self-care products for their husbands and their sons, right? But that's very different, okay, than a woman who doesn't have a husband, doesn't have a son, doesn't have a dad that she's purchasing that type of stuff for. Those are two totally different audiences. Does this make sense? Everybody picking up what I'm putting down? So when we talk about who am I trying to reach, you need to start learning who you're trying to reach. Now, there's another part of this that gets into the psychographics, okay? Psychographics are very different than demographics, which is what we just went over. Psychographics are more about the mentality and the mindset of your customer or your client, okay? Psychographics are when you start learning other things about them, kind of what makes them tick, what is fun to them, how do they like to be entertained, where do they get their news from, where are they purchasing their groceries, where do they get their clothing from, those sorts of types of things. That's when we get into psychographics, and you want to learn as much as possible when we get into the psychographics, because this is going to be kind of like your little top secret way that you get in front of people that are going to purchase your stuff. And a lot of people, okay, have taught you the wrong thing. It's wrong. I'm just going to say it's wrong. A lot of people teaching y'all wrong. That's why you ain't making no money. Okay. They lied to you. They gassed you up because they went outside and they got in the garage in front of a rented Lamborghini and started yelling at you. And you were like, ooh, they make a lot of money because they're in front of a Lamborghini and they're wearing a Gucci belt. They're on a private jet. I know that they got that money. I need to listen to them. No, you need to listen to your big cousin Ashley Ann. Okay. Yes, I do have a Lamborghini. I do. A lot of y'all didn't know that because you don't even never see it. I do have a Rolls Royce. A lot of y'all didn't know that because I don't be on here flexing on y'all with it. Sure do. Sure do. And it's mine. I don't rent them. Blink, blink, blink. First time my mama beat cancer, her dream car was a Range Rover. Your girl went out and copped it, bought it. Okay. And understand what I'm saying. Okay. Some of us got it like that in real life. I'm on substance, so I don't have to depend on my Gucci belt. I got a bunch of Gucci belts, got a bunch of Chanel, got a bunch of Hermes. Blink, blink, blink. Got a lot of designer clothing off the runway. You wouldn't know it because it doesn't have the monogram. Got a lot of Loro Piana. Sure do. I got all of that stuff. I got all of that stuff. Okay. I got all of that stuff. I don't have, and do I enjoy it? I do, but I don't have to lead with it. I don't have to lean into it to get you to come in and listen to me. And listen to what I'm telling you. A lot of y'all like to be lied to. And this is why you're being bamboozled and why you're putting money right into these other people's courses and classes and you're not getting anything back. Listen to your big cousin, Ashley Ann. Psychographics, 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 psychographics. Why are psychographics important? I'm about to connect the dots for y'all. Listen, the number one rule of marketing is to be where your audience is. It's a lot easier to track people down online and put yourself in their way if you understand what they like. Now, we'll be talking about relative 10 and complementary products and services and stuff like that a little later, okay? Right? That's definitely something that I train on. But a lot of y'all, people aren't seeing your content. People aren't seeing your posts. People aren't seeing your commercials. People don't know that your company exists. Why don't they know? Because you haven't put yourself in their way. And you, as the business owner, the content creator, the side hustler, the entrepreneur, whatever you want to call yourself, it is your job to put yourself in front of your audience. They should almost be like, I don't really know how I found you, but somehow I found you. Okay? You put yourself in their way. Now, I know a lot of y'all have not put yourself in their way because you didn't understand where to put yourself, because these people were out here gaslighting you. Okay? I am telling you, listen to me and listen to me well right now. And this is going to take some time. You may be thinking about this for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, okay? And this is a continual process. As long as I've been in business, I'm always still constantly reevaluating this, okay? What do my people like? This is the first thing. The type of customer that I want, what do they like? Now watch this. I'm finna mess some of y'all up. Okay, people that have been with me for a minute, y'all already know. Y'all already know. I'm finna mess some of y'all up. Baby, I'm finna read you. Baby, I know you. Blink, blink, blink. I know you much better than you think that I do. I know that majority of you guys in here are team natural. Stop playing with me. You left that creamy crack alone a long time ago. I know that the majority of you in here, you like to travel internationally at least once a year. I know that the majority of you in here have passports. I know that the majority of you in here, you like to get your news online. You like Midas Touch. You like Aaron. You like Christina, okay? And on occasional, if you're watching the TV, you may tune into MSNBC or CNN. I know that the majority of you in here, you like to mix high-low fashions. You only buy luxury and things that are high for special occasions like birthdays or anniversaries. The rest of the time, honey, you like getting a good fit from a little Shein, a little Temu, a little Fashion Nova, okay? And then you shop with some mid-range brands like maybe some Eloquy or some New York & Company. Back in the day, you used to love yourself some Learners. You used to stop playing with me. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me when I'm wrong, because I'm not. The majority of you guys in here are health conscious, not meaning that you're out here with a six-pack of abs, but you're not going to let your underwear get too tight. You don't want your belly to be too big. You don't want your back to get too big. You're going to eat your vegetables. You're going to eat your fruits, okay? You're going to make sure that you're getting in a moderate amount of exercise, okay? The majority of you care about your appearance when you go outside. So if you're a lady, that means you're going to moisturize your skin. You're going to put on a little mascara. You're going to put on a little lip gloss, okay? You may even be putting on a little bit of lipstick. If you're a man in here, you have really good hygiene. There are no dusty men in the kingdom, and I'm not joking. And y'all know this. Some of y'all have come to the in-person events. The men that show up in the kingdom have very good hygiene. I don't know what that is about, but I thank the Lord for it, okay? These are brothers that keep their lines up. If they have locks, they keep them twisted and moisturized. These are guys that put moisturizer on their face. They understand that the same lotion on their body doesn't go on their face, okay? These are guys that dress well. They typically smell good. Some of them do 2 showers a day. They're always going to have their deodorant on. That's the type of men that show up into my community. These are also men that have a provider mentality. They are working their buns off because they want to make sure that they can provide a good life for themselves, for their kids, their parents, and for their spouses, even if they don't have a wife yet. Bleep, bleep, bleep. The majority of y'all also like to take a road trip at least one time a year. The majority of y'all stay in mid-range hotels. That means you're not top luxury, but you're also not Motel 6 in it. The majority of y'all, if you have children, your children are involved in extracurricular activities, like they play piano, they play sports, they may be in AAU. You could have them in Kumon as well. Stop playing with me. Like I said, y'all can stop me when I'm lying. I'm not. The majority of you guys love to buy your makeup out of Sephora, but Sephora been a little shady lately. So now you're trying to switch over to Ulta and you're looking for Black brands and cosmetics. The majority of y'all have ordered something off of the TikTok shop within the past 2 weeks because because you enjoy shopping online. A lot of y'all had Amazon Prime accounts. So some of y'all in the mix trying to get rid of Amazon. I'm boycotting them. It was hard for me to let go of my Prime account too, but I did it, y'all. I understand, okay? The majority of y'all will take something natural for a headache or a cold before you run to get over the counter, medication. Over 90% of y'all have switched over to natural soaps, lotions, creams, potions, and scrubs that you order from small vendors. Am I lying yet? Am I lying yet? I'm not. When I say I know my people, I know my people. Stop playing this. I know y'all. We go together real bad. Blink, blink, blink. We go together real bad. I'm your favorite. Okay. I'm your favorite. You don't need another sales coach. You don't need another business coach online. You don't need another marketer. I'm your favorite because I know you. I know you real good. Okay. We go together real bad. Real bad. Mm-hmm. 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 Not y'all talking about you know me very well. And I do. And that's how well you have to know your community. That's how well you have to know your people. Now, why do these things matter? What does natural hair and natural soap and body butters have to do with business? Nothing. But what did I tell y'all? The number one rule of marketing is to be where your customers are. So if I know that you like a natural hair page, well, it makes sense for me to put a post on a natural hair page. It makes sense for me to follow that natural hair page and have the notifications turned on so I can be one of the first people in the comments so you can see my comment. It makes sense for me to maybe do a shout out with that soap page or that natural hair page, right? Because I need to show up in front of your audience. Because your people are going to think I'm groovy. Okay. They're going to be into me. Yeah, I said groovy. Okay. They're going to be like, that girl Ashley Ann is just peachy. Okay. Some of y'all going to be like, I don't know what to think about her with all that blinking and blooping. You know what I'm saying? But she may be onto something. She may be onto something. You're picking up what I'm putting down. So this is what you have to do. You need to learn where your people grocery shop. You need to learn where they get their news from. You need to learn their everyday products. Okay. What I mean by everyday products, I mean things that people use every day. Oh, and the majority of y'all in here drink coffee too. Some of y'all are getting a little bougie and you're learning about matcha. Well, welcome in. Welcome to the matcha brigade. Okay. And now you're trying, you're trying a little matcha here and there. Okay. Some of y'all get real bougie and you're like, ooh, I want a chai tea latte. Skinny. Okay. With extra foam. You know what I'm saying? Upside down. Okay. But the majority of y'all in here drink coffee every day. I love some hibiscus tea. I'm a tea head, so I drink a lot of tea. Tea is all I drink. I don't drink coffee. I know y'all be like, girl, you got a lot of energy. No coffee, baby. Just natural high. Bling, bling, bling. Stop playing with me. All right. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So literally a lot of my people, y'all, like I said, y'all are fit. So I may show up on a page that focuses on the keto diet. I may show up on a page that focuses on kettlebell workouts or home workouts, right? Does home workouts have anything to do with helping you sell your product? No, but I know that that's where you are. Does that make sense? So what I'm telling you is y'all have to start. I'm not joking. Where are your people online? What are they interested in? Are they interested in travel? Are they interested in fashion? Are they interested, in workouts? Are they interested in veganism? Where are they interested at? We're going to make a list and now you're going to go start finding those pages so you can start becoming a part of that community. Does this make sense? So this is why I'm telling you guys, before you can even get to the point of trying a technique to convert someone over in your story, you have to be on we have to get to the first part, like who are we trying to reach? And where are they so we can reach out to them? That's how we're going to start the process of making sales. And so we do some baseline demographics. And when y'all go look up demographics, you're going to see a long list of demographics, Ignore it. You just need the demographics that your big cuz Ashley Ann wrote out. Them the only demographics you need. Everything else needs to be around psychographics. Everything else has to be psychographic. That's where the money resides. That's how you're going to get in front of someone who actually will purchase your offer, someone that will see value in your offer, someone that will communicate right with you, someone that will participate, and they will be a supporter. Y'all remember when we talked about, right, when I showed y'all the community framework of a profitable community, and those supporters are just as important as the spenders. They're just as important as a customer. Supporter is just as important because supporters help you grow and expand your network because they bring in the right type of people. Blink, blink, blink. So a lot of y'all really are going to have to start to focus in and look at, for a majority of y'all, you're going to have to focus in and y'all are going to have to lock in. And like I said, this may take a week, it may take a 2, it may take 3 weeks to get the initial feeling together. But who is my customer, right? How old are they? What gender are they? Where do they live, right? All that little demographical stuff I gave you. Now, where are they hanging out? Where do these people buy their groceries? What type of diets do they eat? Where are their vacations? Are they parents? Are they not? Or what type of pages are they subscribed to? Where do they get their media from? Are they on the shade room all day, every day, or are they disgusted by the shade room? You understand what I'm saying? Are they listening to, do they get on YouTube and they listen to the recaps of their favorite shows? Because if they get on YouTube and listen to the recaps of their favorite TV shows, well, then you need to be on there, right? Going to those hosts and saying, can you get an interview? Can you get a spot? Or can they run some ads? Can they give you a shout out during the show? And how much is it going to cost? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? We're focused on the why. We're focused on the lifestyle. We're focused on the daily behavior. Okay. Now, speaking of daily behaviors, I had mentioned to you guys a little while ago about daily products. Okay. So what products are your customers using every day? Because this is going to help you figure out where you can find them out here in the digital space. Okay. So, for instance, I know that a lot of you guys like a tidy, clean, organized space. Even if your house isn't tidy and clean, y'all love watching organizational content. You love watching home reset content. Y'all love watching cleaning content. Y'all love watching cooking content. Okay. Why? Because most of y'all have a house and you're cleaning or organizing or keeping it tidy on a regular basis. Blink, blink, blink. So now what I would do is I would literally start researching those types of accounts. So I can see which ones, when I'm going through the comments in the vibe check, are my people there or not? Literally, it's that simple. Y'all drink coffee every day? Well, let me go find the coffee matcha talk. Okay. Let me go find it and see what type of creative drinks people are making with the coffees. Let me go search these accounts and see if my people or the people that I would like to be my customers, if they're there. If they are, I'm going to write down that account because that's a page I need to watch. That's a page I need to participate in. I may need to repost. I may need to duet or stitch videos that come from these pages. I may need to recreate these pages. I may need to talk about what's going on in these pages from a business perspective, right? We all know the melee that's happening with Hillman Talk right now. I'm actually going to do a piece of content about it today, right? I'm going to do it from on the missed business opportunity, right? How the Sierra lady or Cosmic or Charismatic or whatever she calls herself, how she dropped the bag. Right? How she has dropped the bag and what she should have done instead. Why does that make sense for me to do? Because I teach about business. I teach about money. I teach about sales. I teach about profitability. So when we're looking at this, right, because a lot of y'all follow Hillman Talk. So that makes sense for me to speak on that. Right. So when you're looking at what you're duetting, what you're stitching, what you're recreating, what you're addressing, what you're doing commentary on, you literally should be following that based on where your ideal customer is, what they're interested in. If they're not interested in it, if they're not talking about it, if they're not following it, it's not going to bring you the people that are going to buy from you. It's that simple. So when I say start thinking about everyday behaviors and everyday products that your audience is using, that's what's going to lead you to where these people are hanging out online. Because people are like, well, how do I find out where they are? That's how. you have to really think about who you're servicing. You have to really think about the client, right? That you're trying to create for. So we're gonna stop right there, and we're gonna get into some Q&A for today. Boop. Ba-doop-doop. Okay, let's get into a little Q&A, a little question and a little answer today. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Y'all know the drill. Y'all can request up and you can ask your question. Let's see. I guess I better open up the queue for y'all, huh? That probably would make sense. Oh, I wasn't trying to open up that one. TikTok playing games with me. Why won't let me do the one-to-one? Ain't that about a BR? There we go. Hey, Spring. Spring versus Spring. What's going on? How are you?
Good. I love your content. Love your wisdom, spirit of excellence. Can this process, can AI assist us in this process of identifying our demographic market?
Not really, because AI takes out the personality. I mean, well, Ted, you could use it for some stuff. You could use it for baseline. You could maybe get an AI and say, hey, I'm looking to service, you can get into AI and you can say, I create expense guides and budget plans for millennial women who live in the Southern United States. And so where can I find, women that are interested in improving their finances on social media, right? And it may give you some suggestions, but a lot of times when we get into like the actual human element, AI still, there's a disconnect with it in that component, and a cultural disconnect as well, because you got to remember a lot of the models that they use to train AI were based on white people. So unless your client base is white, you're going to have a hard time in that aspect. A lot of it just comes from having conversations with people, really thinking about who do you want to wear your product, use your product, consume your product, who do you want to be in your memberships, your groups, right? What type of conversations do you want to have with these people? And like literally using your imagination, like what do they look like? Hey, Continental, like seriously, like, is this a girl that lives in a beige house? Because she loves the beige aesthetic. Is this somebody that wears yoga pants every day? Or are you targeting, a girl that wants to get her money right, but she has a real bad shopping habit and she clean every time she step out on the scene? You understand? Mm-hmm. Hey, Aunt Jackie, thank you for the heart me. Does that make sense? And there's some things with that AI can't tell you that. But if you know that that's what your customer profile is and you can feed AI that information, like, I'm looking for a woman that's making somewhere in between $50,000 and $80,000 a year. She lives in a condo, a high rise, or is renting an apartment. This woman drives, a vehicle that costs between, $30,000 and $50,000 a year, right? If you kind of have like some basic makeup information that you can give to it, then AI may be able to say, oh, you should check out these accounts or these online communities. This may be where you find that customer profile, but you would have to give it quite a bit of information.
Okay, so basically, if we're going to try to use AI to help us with this process, identify maybe a little checklist or specifics and know what to feed it. Got it. Okay.
Because this is the thing with AI that people forget. The output is only going to be as good as the input, right? So if your input is not very strong, you're not going to get very strong output with it.
Yep. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes, this works.
You're welcome.
I have a good one.
You too. Good question, by the way. Let's see. How do we get the psychodynamics to this detail? Is there a website? No, it's not a website. It literally comes from talking to people. You have to talk to people. You have to pay attention. You have to stock and chicken hawk profiles. You have to have conversations with people. My bad, y'all. If you're on YouTube, I just pinned the link for everybody that's on YouTube. There's not a way around it, and that's the honest to God truth. Most people don't want to do the research. because it doesn't sound sexy. Like it is not exciting for me to say you're going to have to spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours learning your audience, researching them, right? Going looking through their comments, seeing what type of content they're posting, going into their stories, having conversations with people. People don't want to do that. People want me to lie to them and tell them that, I can give them a magical pill and overnight they're just going to pop up and be successful. And any of my clients will tell y'all, if you do the work, it works. They make money. They're making tons of money. But a lot of people miss this foundational piece. And this is why all these tactics and strategies that you're trying, it's why they're not working. Hey, mascot lady, what's going on, honey pie?
Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you doing today?
Thank you. Thank you for taking my question. Have you ever thought something was too nichey for someone?
Yes.
That's my question. It's just about my niche. That's my question.
So normally if we're in a hyper niche, that's normally where your products or your offers or your services need to be very expensive. That's the only way it makes sense as far as sustainability and profitability. And honestly, if you're customizing things for people, if you're creating things that, have a pretty large lifespan on it and they're very good quality, people are already expecting them to cost quite a bit of money, right? Because is it fast, is it cheap, or is it quality, right? If we want it fast and we want it to be the best, it's not going to be cheap. If you want it to be fast, if you want to be cheap and you want to be good quality, it's not going to be fast, right? So you got to pick which one you want it to be. So sometimes if someone's in a hyper niche and it's like, okay, I've pretty much serviced all of the clients or the customers, right, as far as what that market provides, then we start looking to see if there are other ancillary products or services that my clients can offer, right? So I'm assuming you make mascots, right? Because the name is Mascot Lady.
Teach people how to run a mascot party run company.
Okay, so mascot party rental company. So an ancillary product I may put for that, maybe like once you have your mascot or your rentals, maybe we offer repairs. You see what I'm saying? So now your clients that have come through that have started the business and been successful, well, now they can come through and you can repair, and that creates an additional revenue stream for them. You see what I'm saying? So, so a lot of times if something is hyper niche and it's like, okay, you've done a good job in your market, you just have a super teeny tiny market. Let's see what ancillary programs or products we can create around that, so that way you can expand and your business can continue to grow and remain profitable.
Okay, that makes a lot. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good question. Yeah, everybody doesn't have a gigantic niche, and it's important to know that because sometimes y'all give yourselves unrealistic expectations. You're doing something that, there's like 0.0005% of the population that are interested in it or know about it. And then you're like comparing yourself to somebody that does something like food. You know what I'm saying? And everybody on the planet Earth eats, right? Y'all will be like, oh man, they're like this, this person, they'll show me a page and I'm like, okay, you do canna. I'm not gonna say the full thing. Y'all know what I mean by canna, the green stuff. You do canna, and you're comparing yourself to somebody that is online making bread all day. Well, a lot of people eat bread. A lot more people consume bread than canna, right? So the person that has the page around bread is definitely going to have a bigger following, and they're going to grow a lot faster than the canna person just because that's a specific segment. You know what I'm saying? If I got online and I'm like, I do makeup for women over 40. Well, if you're a woman that's under 40, I mean, some people may be hanging out there, but majority is going to be my population of women over 40 that wear makeup. But then I could turn around and say, I could create a page and it could be luxury living for women over 40. Well, there's a very small segment of the population in America that can afford probably your offerings, your products, your services, the wallpaper, whatever's happening in that luxury lifestyle. Why? Because the majority of Americans don't have the money for $400 and $500 perfumes. They don't have the money to spend on an $800 robe. The majority of Americans are not going into Chanel and dropping $12,000 on a purse. You understand what I'm saying? And so, because even like I was running down the profile for y'all of my audience, a lot of the products and stuff, even though I got a bunch of luxury stuff, and some of y'all have asked me, you're like, why are you not pushing some of this stuff? Because the majority of y'all couldn't afford it. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense for me to get online and review, on a regular basis. If I'm doing it for an experiment or something, or I'm just talking about what I use myself, yeah. But for ordinary people, if I got on and I was like, yes, this is my favorite night cream, and this particular night cream costs $360 for 2 ounces, most people are not buying $360 night cream. But if I get on and I'm like, hey, this is this Olay that y'all know I do like the Olay night cream with the peptides in it. I actually use it. But if I'm like, hey, I'm using this particular Olay, and you can go to Costco and buy 2 for $40, or you can get it for $26 in your Kroger. Well, a lot of people can afford a $26 night cream. Blink, blink, blink. You picking up what I'm putting down? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So literally, literally you have to think about, again, that first question, like who am I reaching? Like how much can they even afford? What are they buying on a regular basis? Because some of y'all are servicing and you're communicating and you're contacting an audience of people that purchase or can afford $25 night cream, but you're trying to sell them $300 night cream, and you're frustrated because your sales are slow. Well, your sales are slow because you've targeted the wrong people, right? And then some of y'all, no matter how hard you try, you're the $26 night cream person, okay? Doesn't matter how much designer you put on, doesn't matter how much you spend on that wig, something about your energy still gives $26 night cream. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, right? But it doesn't give luxury. So now when you try and get into that market and target these women that spend $300 on a night cream or $700 on a moisturizer, or they're going to get, $400, $500 hydrofacials every month or every other month on a regular routine, well, they're not buying what you're selling. They're not picking up what you're putting down because your vibes and your energy don't give that. You said I have a 24 karat gold peel mask for $379. Ooh, I bet it looks fabulous. They have like this little oxygen dome sometimes that they do in my facials, and they do a 24 karat gold mask. I love it. My skin looks so pretty when it's done. Not you gave me the popcorn emojis. I'm telling the truth. I'm not saying that as a diss. That happens more often than y'all think. People will come to me for a consultation and I have to tell them the truth. They're trying to sell something that's $100 or $200, and the packaging doesn't look like $100, $200 packaging. The way that they're presenting it is not $100, $200 presentation. The way that they speak about it, you go to their page and it looks homemade. Homemade, people are not paying a lot for it. Handmade, right, or artisan, people will spend a lot for it. And just because something is small batch and handmade doesn't mean that it's not high quality. People normally equate that with superior quality. But you go over there to that page and stuff looks sloppy, your lighting is bad, you just got the product just thrown up there in the camera any kind of way, the background isn't clean, your counters look bad, it's a bunch of clutter and stuff everywhere, and you're like, I don't understand why people aren't buying it. Well, I'm not going to spend $8 for your bar of soap either, because you're not giving $8 bar of soap energy. You're not communicating to me that this is an $8 bar of soap. This soap looks like it should be $4 for $8. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. That is just the reality of the situation. It just is what it is. If I got online and I was like, okay, y'all, I'm going to show y'all how, I'm going to show y'all how we did $100,000 this month. And every time I got on the camera, my skin was dry, my lips were crusty, my eyebrows were never combed, my house was always dirty behind me. Are y'all really going to believe that I cleared $100,000 that month? So y'all know, sometimes I get on the camera, makeup on, sometimes I get on with makeup off, just depends on how I'm feeling. But my skin is moisturized, okay? I'm always going to brush my teeth. I don't have ashy lips. You said I wouldn't even watch. Exactly. Is that exactly right? So there's a lot of communication when it comes into marketing that's nonverbal, and sometimes you guys are trying to you're asking people to pay for something where the presentation of it doesn't match. Okay. And that's just the truth. And that's not being disrespectful. That's not trying to take a dig at anybody or anything like that. Sorry about that, Boss Hair Vibes. That was an accident, girl. I wasn't trying to do that. I wasn't trying to do that. But right, that's not taking a dig, that's not taking shots. That is just the truth. And so you have to think about, again, who you're servicing, and then how is that person receiving the offer that you're giving to them. That's a very real thing. And if there's a disconnect there, you're going to struggle with the sales conversion. It's just the reality of the situation. Okay. So anyway, if that is it on the questions, because I didn't see anybody in the question queue over here on YouTube. You said this just hit me where it needed to. Can't sell them what if I'm not presenting well. It's true. I have a successful offline business. What's the one thing I should do to jump into the online space? You need to have your system together. You should have a full system with like funnel, conversion, lead magnets, and you should know what your content is, your strategic content. That's what you should do. And side note, if you guys enjoyed this, you're going to love DJ. Did you send up a request, or is that an accident? If you enjoyed today's training, you're gonna love the workshop this weekend. It's a 3-day workshop. Click the link in my bio. It'll take you right. There's a button that says Affordable Workshop Series. You'll see big graphics. They say 3-day event. Go to the page and register. Okay. If you can't afford $47 and you're an adult, real tea, no shade, you've made some piss poor decisions. You're making some bad life decisions. Okay. At the bare minimum, you go click the link in the bio and you get the $10 deal on how to make sales when you're shy. That's what you do. And I'm not saying that being shady. I'm just telling you the truth because I love you and I want you to do better. But if you're a grown adult and you can't spend $47 to come to a training, you're not living right. I'm telling you right now, you're making bad decisions, okay? And we need to change it. We need to change your behavior. We need to change your spending. We need to change the way you think about things. We need to change how you're prioritizing things. We need to change what you're doing, okay? That's real life. But baby, click the link in the bio and get that $10 product. And do not DM me talking about you can't afford $10. Then you just take notes on the free stuff, okay? I've already done my service. All right, I've already done my service. You get in here, you take notes on this free stuff. All right. Go ahead, DJ. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing fabulous. Thank you for asking.
So I'm actually asking for my goddaughter because she's a special ed teacher and she can't join your live. But I went over all the notes from last week and she was like, oh, I wish I could join the class. So I'm going to tell her about the class this weekend. But so just... I guess her question, she kind of worded it really long. So the short is, she is a disabled person who she makes beauty products. So she makes like soaps and creams and hair treatments and things of that nature. And she's a little insecure about how, if she presents herself, how that would present to the audience other than just presenting the product, because she has beautiful presentation when she takes pictures of her soaps and like her lotions and things. But when it comes to like her hair, she'll do a couple of videos about her hair, but she's like, she notices a lot of influencers who make their own hair products. They're like, doing it in the shower and things of that nature. And she can't necessarily, do those kinds of things.
One,
she's paraplegic.
Yeah, but that's actually advantage to her. Like literally, like saying, "Hey, yeah, I'm paraplegic and I create these products, and more specifically, they can be used for other people that can't, you know what I mean, do these other things." Like that actually, that's not anything she should be ashamed of or embarrassed about. I would be, maybe I'd be using that
all over the place. Hi, I'm such and
Okay.
such. I'm a paraplegic and I make soap. I'm such and such. I'm a paraplegic and I make hair care products. Look at my hair. Did I get in the shower like the other influencers? No, I didn't. I can't because my wheelchair is in the way. But
Right.
this is how I use it.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll continue with that encouragement. That's all I wanted
Yeah,
to ask you.
that's a whole competitive advantage.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Any of y'all out here, the things that you're the most insecure about, I'm gonna tell you this, that's what's gonna make your money. That's your calling card. It's gonna make you memorable. Things that people make fun of you about or that you're worried about them making fun of you about, nope, that's how people are gonna remember you. And that's what's gonna help you build your audience, and that's what's gonna help you build your customer base. If people say you too dark skinned, great. You're gonna get out here, you're gonna do well because you're gonna be the dark skinned guy or the super dark skinned girl. Okay. If you're insecure about a gap in your teeth, baby, you need to be out here smiling all day long because they're gonna be like, the one with the gap in their teeth. Okay. And they're gonna come looking for you with the gap in your teeth. Y'all know people love to make commentary about my hair. Big hair, don't care all day long. It works for me. You may not remember my name, but god dang it, you're gonna remember this hair. Okay. Blinkety blink, blink, blink. If you're out here worried about being too big, great. Get online with your big ass. Okay. Yep. Get your big behind, your big back, all of that online. And people gonna be like, yeah, that big girl that be talking noise, or that big girl that cook up the plates, or the big right. What I'm telling you, whatever it is. Whatever it is, you got bad skin, get online with your bad skin and say, you know what, I do XYZ and I'm also working on my skin. Let's go to the journey of how we get it together. Celebrate. Thank you for my thank you for my badge. Thank you, love. I'm just telling the truth. A lot of the things, hey Alyssa, what's going on, love? A lot of the things that y'all are hiding behind, the things that you're worried about because you're different, you know what I mean, than other people, it literally is your calling card. It is what is going to make you memorable. It's what's going to make you stick out in people's minds. It's going to be a distinctive marker for you, and it's going to help you in your quest to building up your audience and making your sales. Okay. Now, if you want to be a faceless brand and just keep your face off the camera, but a lot of the stuff that, people are like, about you, and you're like, I'm so insecure about it. Bye, whatever, baby. I'm telling you this is a big woman. Being big ain't stopped over here. Ain't stop nothing. Okay. Everything big, life real big, pockets real big, money real big. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make sure that my A1C is not big. Okay. And that my blood pressure is not big. Okay. As long like I don't care. Like, and I'll tell people, and they'll come in, they'll say, I'm like, baby, I've been a big baddie my whole life. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Get into it. Okay. Get into it. And when you see me walk in the room, people go, who is that? Okay. Because I'm fine. Look at me. Fine AF. All day, every day. You wish you could. Okay. You wish you had these pretty teeth. You wish you had these cute dimples. Okay. Look at it. Hey, look at it. Hey. Yeah. You wish you had that. You wish you had these eyebrows that when they don't rub off. Stop playing with me. Okay. Stop playing with me. Facial symmetry real good. Skin real smooth and buttery. You know what I'm saying? A big T, okay, and big A. Stop playing with me. Okay. You gonna see me. See, and I have the audacity to have on big old high heels when I walk into the room. So I'm normally about 6'2". Oh yeah, you're gonna see your baby, you're gonna see me. You're gonna see me. Can we talk about brands who make lots of money like Gucci, but they never advertise in comparison to cheaper brands who have to advertise themselves constantly? They did advertise. They used a different form of marketing, and they spend hundreds of millions of dollars on advertising. What are you talking about? They're not advertising to the regular person because you're not their target customer. They go look up, go get a Neiman Marcus magazine. Go shop at Gucci or Chanel. They send full books to your houses. I didn't realize until like I started getting online that people were paying money for those books to go on their tables and stuff. They send those to us for free. They spend goo gobs on fashion shows. They do trunk shows. What are you talking about? They do advertise. They're all in Vogue and everything. They advertise. They're just not advertising where you're looking at because you're not their ideal audience. And I'm not saying you per se, but people that are not seeing the ads, They're advertising. They're sponsoring events. I go to in-person events all the time. They're there with booths. They're sponsoring. They're doing after parties, drink carts, all those sorts of types of things. All those. How do you stay motivated to post on social media every day? Don't rely on your motivation. Get disciplined. People don't like it when I say that. Don't rely. You get disciplined, and then are you inside? See when y'all be asking me stuff like this, y'all need to come on being Instacoin. We teach you how to create a year's worth of content in a day. We just had a content workshop on Saturday. We're gonna have another one on Thursday. I'm gonna go through and show them other things. Like, so sometimes I feel like putting my face in the camera. Sometimes I don't. Yes, y'all do what Queen Niche 11 says. Okay, click the link in the bio so you can come to this weekend's workshop. All of that. Do what Queen Niche is saying. Do that. Okay, but literally, it's you. If you gonna have to wake up in the morning and say, do I want to make some money or no? Do I want to make money or no? If I feel like making money today, I'm gonna do these posts. Do I want to reach someone new or no? Do I want somebody to know about my company or not? And I'm going to be honest, like making posts, this is very easy compared to any of us that had to get out here and put our feet on the street and go knock on random doors and go up to strangers and be a part of like 11,000 networking groups. I'm gonna say this to you right now. If you're complaining about having to make a post on social media and having to learn an API code, baby, go get you another job. This is not for you. This is real easy. Ask any of us that had to build up our businesses brick by brick, stick by stick, stone by stone out there in the streets. Ask any of us that had to be a member of about 20 different chambers, about 50 different networking groups, going to constant meetings the first, 4 to 6 hours of the day, walking up to strangers that don't know you and telling them about your business, your company, your product, and praying that they don't hang up the phone or slam the door in your face, spending tens of thousands of dollars to sponsor community events, to put your company on church fans and flyers and buggies, working hard so you can get a spot on the local news or on the local radio with a regular segment so people know that you exist. Having to have a brick and mortar store that you're paying a rent on every month and a CAM on every month and insurance on every month and having to staff it. And if you don't have the staff, then you got to get off of your job and go down there and work until 6, 7 o'clock at night and clean everything yourself. Like, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. You better get on here and make a post, baby, because you can't make a post. And people like me, that's what we were out here doing every day, all day long. You don't want no business. You don't want a business. You don't want a community. You don't want to be a successful content creator. You don't want to do it, baby, because we was doing it. That's what we did. That's what we do. Okay, building a business offline is way more daunting, okay, than online. Y'all be out here complaining about because you got to post on multiple platforms a day. Stop playing with me. What's wrong with you? Okay, Dr. Tiana said, "It's still doing it. Thank you for the strength." Okay, thank the Lord for the strength. Amen, amen, amen. Like, y'all, when people like tell me that type of stuff, y'all want to know what I honestly think? I'm not gonna tell you what I really think. Anyway, let me. Kevin said, "Now that you put it like that, I'm just telling the truth." You said lazy? No, Nikki, I don't think lazy. I think you're weak. I think you're weak and you're full of shit. Excuse my language, but don't excuse it. I think you're weak and you're full of doo-doo. That's what I think. You're weak. You're weak here. And that's not disrespectful. That's why inside of, Monetization Nation and Instacoin, I start putting the mindset segments in. And we started teaching about mental toughness and mental tenacity because a lot of people are weak. A lot of y'all are weak. I help adult entertainment entrepreneurs take their money and convert it to legal business. Oh, that's awesome. I want to scale it and start making more sales. Would this be a good fit for me? Would what be a good fit for you? I'm sorry. I talk about a lot of things at one time. Can you be more specific what you're asking me? Would what be a good fit for you? Tell me what you want to know would be a good fit for you. And I can give you a yay or a nay. But yeah, a lot of people are weak and they're full of doo-doo. A lot of people are inconsiderate. They don't want to be uncomfortable. They don't want to learn anything new because it hurts their ego. Most of the people that are out here crying and complaining, it's because you don't like the feeling of not being good at something. You don't like the fact that you have to practice again. You don't like the fact that you have to learn something new. But those of us that are out here that understand we're always students in life and we're going to be constant students, we enjoy the task. We enjoy the challenge. We enjoy getting better. We enjoy that. I enjoy that, right? There are some things that I've had to try again over and over and over and over and over again, right? Any of you guys that have watched me for years, y'all have seen me get better at my content. Y'all have seen me get better at my editing. Y'all have seen me streamline the back end of our businesses. Y'all have seen me update dashboards. Y'all have seen me change our courses, the modules. Y'all have seen me get better at the way that we're introducing things, the way we roll out products and stuff like that. Your business grows, you grow, you evolve. But a lot of people just quit. And then let me tell you this, y'all had the audacity, somebody will break up with you or something like that. And y'all are like, life happened. So I just shut my business down. And I haven't emailed or talked to anybody in 8 months. Now I think you're weak and you're stupid. Why you want to be broke and lonely? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. If you had a moment of weakness, let's get you strong. Because the biggest battle that you're going to fight, exactly, don't abandon yourself. The biggest battle that you're going to fight is going to be you. It's you and your mentality. It's you and your ability to understand that you're having temporary emotions right now and that you should not be making lifelong decisions based off of your temporary emotions. We don't make temporary decisions. Okay, we don't make lifelong decisions based off of temporary emotions. We don't do that. We don't do that. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something that my mama used to do to my sister and I when we were younger. I'm just starting out with putting my business out there. So I'm new to selling online. What program should I start with in the Coin Academy? It's called Instacoin Academy, and it's a whole year of mentorship. And we will start you off with literally the beginning, which is establishing your brand, figuring out what your messaging is and how to communicate that message, and then going out and how to get in front of your customer base. And then we take you through the process of building up all of your infrastructure. When I say all of it, everything. Link trees, emails, websites, your products, creating the products if you don't know how to do that, graphics, imagery, online marketplaces, all of that. So, the reason we keep people in there for a year, because realistically, when you're just getting started, you can read something and in theory you can think it is what it is. And once you go out and try it, you're going to have questions and you're going to meet roadblocks and hurdles. And we have sessions with real humans every single week. So anyway, if you're interested, send me a DM so we can see if you're a good fit. First of all, we need to see if it even fits into your budget. Second, if you're going to have time to actually go through the program and show up to the live sessions. But yeah, let's see. Can I start for? Yeah. I tell anybody to come work with me. If you're making under $25,000 a year from zero to under 20, I'm sorry, not a year, a month. If you make anywhere from $0 to under $25,000 a month in profit, then you should be inside of Instacoin Academy. Your workshop on faceless content was so good. Thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. So let me tell y'all what my mama used to do to us when my sister and I, when we were younger. And I used to, she used to agitate me when she used to do this. But I thank God, because my mama she got us ready for the world. And she turned us into successful young women, because mentally we don't get taken out by the stuff that takes out everybody else mentally. So you know how you're younger and you get into trouble, or your parent has chastised you or correct you and you're in your feelings. You know what I mean? I'm talking about when you're 8 years old, 9 years old, 6 years old, 10 years old, a teenager. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Your parents had to sit down and have, not necessarily, they're not yelling and screaming at you, but they're correcting you. They may be firm with you in whatever that conversation is. They may be disciplining you, telling you XYZ element of pee, right? The natural inclination, human inclination, you want to get up, you want to scram, you want to get out of there, you want to go into your room, you want to be in your little hole, you want to get on your laptop or your iPad or whatever, right? And see, y'all be letting your kids do that. My mama would not do that with us. Well, you know what she would tell us? If we would get up and try and go to the room, come out of that room. Come out of that room and sit right here. Come out of that room and get in the kitchen with me. Come out of the room. Come in here and sit on the couch. And she would look me and my sister dead in our eyes. We didn't understand. When I was 8, I didn't understand. But now, okay, now that I'm a grown woman, okay, I'm a grown woman. I understand now. When I got into my 20s and I saw how different I was moving in life compared to other people, oh, I praise the Lord for my mama, okay? My mama would get in our face, square up in the eyes, and she would say, it don't matter how you feel. The world is going to keep on going. Things don't stop because you're mad. Things don't stop because you're sad. Things don't stop because your feelings are hurt. So you need to continue on with the regular scheduled programming for today. Whatever that meant with our chores, whatever we were supposed to be going out to do, if it was something outside, if it was some shopping, if it was, whatever it was, baby, you're going to keep on going. And then she will look at us too. Baby, don't let your face be tuned up. Fix your face. Fix your face. Mm-hmm. Fix your face. Fix your face and stop all that crying. Fix your face and stop that crying. Baby, let me tell you this. I'll be like, Mommy is so mean when I was little. But she wasn't. She was getting us right. And so, like, if one bad thing happens to me in my life, I don't let it ruin my whole day. A lot of y'all will let stuff ruin your day. You get into an argument with somebody, now your whole day is ruined. You get pulled over and get a speeding ticket, now your whole night, your whole week is ruined. Like, get over it. It happened. Feel what you feel about it, acknowledge it, and then back to the regularly scheduled programming. And so she conditioned us to be able to keep going in life. I didn't realize that's what she was doing, but that's what she did. And so people will tell you, I've gone through some traumatic stuff, and they'll be like, "Oh, you need to." I'll be like, taking off and crying is not going to fix anything. No, I'm going to work. No, I'm going to organize the house. No, I'll clean. No, I'll put this together. If I'm tired, I'll take a rest. But me just sitting around moping, being sad, that's not fixing anything. That's not doing anything. You said get out of your business. I'm telling you, I am telling you, okay? I didn't like it when she was teaching me, but I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful for it. And so that is a lot of y'all when it gets into, I'm not even going to go into full-fledged business. I can just focus right here on social media. Some of y'all will go live and you don't like that you didn't have a bunch of people in your live stream, so you'll never go live again. Some of y'all post content, y'all try for like a week and you don't get the engagement or the reach that you want. You won't quit. You won't keep trying. You just quit because you didn't like the way that made you feel. Some of y'all are dating people and y'all have maybe a heated fellowship, or maybe, that person, it may have not even been an argument. That person said something or they texted something that you didn't like. And now you ghost that guy, you ghost that girl, and you're missing out on an amazing relationship because you just didn't like the way that you felt temporarily. Blink, blink, blink. Some of y'all be out here ruining whole entire friendships because you don't like how you felt in the moment and you can't get past a disagreement. That's wild. And then you're wondering why you haven't achieved what you want, personally or professionally. It's you. You're the problem. You're the issue because of up here. Not you want to throw the phone. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm just keeping it a buck. A lot of y'all, a lot of y'all could have been had the man you wanted, been had the money you wanted, been had the promotion you wanted, been had the car you wanted, if you would adjust your mindset and the way that you perceive things and the way that you look at things. And so I see people do it all the time. Y'all will come, hey, 6 foot, the poet, hey girl, hey. A lot of people will come and they'll be like, well, I tried to put my content out there, and I go look at their page and I'm like, you haven't posted anything in 4 months. Well, whenever I did post, it wasn't going anywhere. So keep posting until it goes somewhere. That means we got to change the technique. Maybe I need to change my editing. Maybe I need to change what I post. Maybe I need to change the subject. Maybe I need to change, the way that I'm interacting. Maybe I need to do some research on some SEO. Maybe I need to change my topics, right? But I'm not going to just quit because it didn't do what I wanted it to do right then and there. That doesn't make sense, but that's what a lot of y'all do because you're uncomfortable and you don't like the feeling that you felt in the moment. So now you stop. You didn't really try. You didn't keep going because people that keep going, we keep going. And you got to remember, you're out here in the world competing against a bunch of me's. You are here in the world competing against a bunch of Ashley Anns. Ashley Anns don't quit. One of the things that people say about me the most, y'all that have been with me for years, y'all are always like, girl, you have been so consistent. Y'all like, I've been following you for 8 years. You're super consistent because I don't quit because I didn't get a result I didn't like. I'm going to keep going until I get the result that I want. I'm not like, oh, I'm discouraged, so I'm just throwing away all of my work. I'm just throwing away my vision. No, I may be discouraged or I may be sad in this moment, and I'm going to look at it objectively and I'm going to say, okay, how do I readjust? I know that this doesn't work because I tried this. Let me see what I can try now. Let me see what's next. Let me see. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I went into this class and there was a bunch of stuff they were saying, and I had no idea what those people were talking about. I got a lot of stuff I need to learn. So you got to get to the point. You say you've been with me since 2016. Thank you, baby doll. Right. But you got to get to the point where you're willing to get past your ego. So when I talk about getting past your ego, and that being a big hurdle for mindset for a lot of people, that's what I'm talking about. You can't stop something just because it doesn't feel good right now in the moment, or because you tried it and it failed. Do y'all know how many things I've tried and they failed the first or second time I tried them? Third time, fourth time, 10th time, 12th time. Do you know how many things I thought was a good idea and then we did it and it was like womp womp womp? How many things we got to go back to the drawing board on? Like how many different, child, the amount of money, okay, was trying different stuff and getting stuff figured out. Lord Jesus, okay, the amount of jobs and projects I've had to work with people that I don't particularly care for, but I needed to do what I needed to do what I needed to do, and I needed to learn what I needed to learn. See, y'all live in an unrealistic world, especially when it comes to business. You think like, oh, I'm going to run my business and I can say what I want to say and do what I want to do. And whenever I feel like doing it, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Hey, Penthouse Mindset. It's a lot of times I don't feel like doing a stream. I'm going to do it. A lot of times I don't feel like, being polite to somebody. In my head, I be thinking all kinds of crazy stuff. Baby, I have to filter and edit myself real bad. Blink, blink, blink. And I just be like, the ride that comes to the territory, like, because I understand I have something that I want. I have something that I'm trying to achieve. I have a goal that I'm trying to get to, and I can't let my, my little emotions or my little feelings stop me from that. I can't. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? But see, y'all let your little feelings stop you from getting to what you need and where you want to be. Y'all let your little feelings throw away good relationships. You let your little feelings ruin your friendships. You let your little feelings ruin your opportunities. You let your little feelings stop you from developing as a content creator or a business owner or a sister or a mom or a speaker. You be all in your feelings all the time. You're dictated and ruled by your feelings. And when we get into trying to have mental toughness and mental tenacity, you gotta be the boss of your thoughts. I know this is very cliche, and you, like I said, you feel what you feel. You acknowledge that you're having those feelings, but we don't react based off of the feelings. You can't do that. You're gonna always struggle. You said this means after 9 years of following you, I should be one of your success stories. Wow, it's me. Technically, if you out here hustling and applying it, yeah, you should be, because we get a lot of people like within their first year, the average that people come out with, the majority of people in the program within the first year is about $78,000 a year. And the second year is normally when they get into like the $150,000, $160,000 category. I try and get people past the 100K real fast. 100K is dangerous territory, especially when you look at our tax code, you're going to be broke. So I'm trying to get people, if you're going to be like 75, 78, and if we want to go past that, then normally I'm trying to get you to the 150 threshold as fast as possible. Let's see, results produce reality, facts. Put no work in, then the results of your reality, put in the lack of factual, actual, factual. So it is what it is. So once you can get to a point where you will tell yourself, I'm going to get out of my own way and I'm willing to practice. I'm willing to learn things new. I'm willing to meet new people. I'm willing to go some places solo because sometimes your friends and your family can't come with you to events or to meet new people. I'm willing to eat the meat and spit out the bones. I'm willing to take notes. I'm willing to be a student, and I'm out here actually seeking to figure out what can I learn every day. That's when you're really going to start seeing a lot of growth and a lot of development very quickly. Very, 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 very quickly. But you got to get past here. Okay. Then you got to be able to hype yourself up every day. When you get a no, you got to be able to tell yourself that I'm going to get a yes. Even after you just got 200 no's, you still got to know that there's a yes out there. And I'm going to keep going until I get the yes. I'm going to keep modifying until I get the yes. I'm going to keep seeking until I find where I'm supposed to be. That's the reality of the situation. But most people just hate that feeling of not getting that yes. They hate that feeling of having to practice. They hate the feeling of having to start over. And so that's why a lot of people stop. That's why a lot of people fail. That's why a lot of people don't get to where they need to get to. And that's just the truth, okay? That's my little 2 cents. Anyway, y'all, let me skedaddle so I can get the rest of my stuff done for today. I do plan on trying to come back. It'll be like after 6 p.m. today for a community conversation. There's a lot of things we need to talk about. We need to talk about Hillman Talk. We need to talk about this woman getting on the internet and talking about that she's not attracted to her husband. Like, ladies, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay. So when we come back on, it really won't be business stuff. It'll be more just, kind of life stuff, trending topics, because y'all know community conversations are fun. If you've never been to a community conversation, basically you can come up and sound off about anything. We go through a variety of topics and we just be chit-chatting. So that's what we do. You would love to collaborate with me. You can email customer support, supportca@ashleyensevents.com. And we can see what you're talking about on the collaboration. Let's see. Trying to purchase your manifestation classes. We turned them off. I can't remember why I turned them off though. I think I need to do some updates to them on the manifestation classes. So yeah, you can't purchase them right now. I may have them back on for the month of March, maybe. I think I turned them off because there were some updates or something it was something I wanted to change in them or something, or maybe we were moving them on the platform. Something was going on. So normally if there's a product you're trying to buy, you can always do like what you just did, say like, hey, I'm trying to get this product and I can't get it. You can also email customer support or DM me. But normally if we turn it off in the tree, there's a reason it's off. So I need to, whatever project we were working on, I basically need to go back and make sure it's finished before I turn it back on. Let's see. You said collaboration opportunity with skincare. Cool beans. Support CA at ashleyensevents.com. Do you work with gift box businesses? Yeah, I do work with gift box businesses. Where do we find Instacoin Academy? You have to DM me. You got to DM me or the email my customer support. Instacoin is invitation only. A couple times a year, we'll open it up to just like kind of all call, like anybody can come in and register. But DM me or to send an email because we need to make sure that it's a good fit for you. You make sure, like I said, the big thing, one, can you afford it? And do you have the time to actually go through? Because this is the thing. People think like, oh, a year is a long time. No, it's not. I promise it's not. The time is going to pass by anyway, whether you working or not, it's going to pass by. So yeah, just send me a DM or the email customer support, and we'll go through some of the preliminary questions to make sure that, like I said, you can match the time commitment that's going to take for you to get in the program and be successful, and that it fits into your budget, and it lines up with the goals that you're trying to achieve. And then if so, I get you a link. What's my YouTube? I'm at King Ashley Ann on all platforms. You love my laugh? Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I had that ex-boyfriend. He used to make fun of my laugh. But child, this laugh makes me a lot of money. And does. That's for anybody that's trying to get an Instacoin. That's just how the process works. We keep it small. And then a lot of y'all too that were in there riding, knowing that, baby, you hadn't paid. Don't be surprised when you get put out. I told you, I don't need no extra people in my wagon that shouldn't be there. Not this year, okay? All right, everybody. That's all I got for tonight. Like I said, I'll be back on after 6. Oh, other piece of housekeeping that's important. That's very important. Everybody put March 7th in your calendars. March 7th in your calendar. March 7th in your calendar. March 7th, March 7th, March 7th. That is not next Friday. It's the Friday after. That's like 2 weeks from now. That is our first game night we're having of 2025, and we're going to be giving away all kinds of gifts and prizes. So you guys will be able to get free power sessions. You guys will be able to get free social media audits. Y'all love cookware as much as I love cookware. So we're going to be giving away like full new sets of like cookware. We're doing kitchen things. So we're doing like cookware, knives. I think it's some boards or something. I got to go look that some people want it. And I may throw in a couple little house things too, like fabulous, like maybe Versace robes, slippers, stuff like that. So March 7th, put it in your calendar. We will be on the Bean app. I'll start letting you guys know like what type of gifts for like the entries. And we are going to be doing karaoke during game night because y'all loved the karaoke the last time. And everybody was like, yeah, I had no idea there were so many of you guys in here that love karaoke. We're probably going to be focused on like early 2000s and 90s music on the karaoke. But yeah, so just put it in your calendar. Y'all will start seeing flyers and stuff for it next week. I need to get through the 3-day workshop this weekend. So that's really my focus right now. But next week we'll start putting up all of the information so that way everybody can pull up, honey, and we can have us a good old funky time. Okay. So if you ain't got nothing to do that Friday, and you want a drama-free environment, because people tell you we don't have no drama. We just been there having us a good old time, cackling, and everybody hamming it up. If that's the type of environment you want to be a part of, then you need to come to the game night, okay? On March 7th, okay? Come to the game night, March 7th. All right, everybody, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are on the planet Earth. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. If it's morning time or daytime where you are, have a productive and a prosperous day. If it's evening time, get yourself a good night's rest. And I will see you guys hopefully later on this evening to come back and chit chat about some community tea. Bye. Bye, you guys.